Are you like a lot of us wondering what the F is going on in the collective? What's happening with the energy right now? Why is everything feeling so crazy and chaotic? When is it going to stop? Keep watching to get the answers to what the fark is going on. I had a really poignant download the other night in my Demystify the Divine weekly readings and tools to connect. And it was so powerful and helped so many people that I wanted to make a separate video. So keep watching. Guaranteed, it's really going to bring you some comfort and it's going to give you some answers. Here we go.
First world problems, right? So anyway, hoping that everyone is doing well. I know the energies have been pretty wonky. I know a lot of people have just been kind of struggling. A lot of things going south, going sideways. A lot of well, we are in the cancer. We're in cancer season, so a lot of high emotions or emotions that are surprising to us. Emotions taking us by surprise. So, if you're resonating with that at all, don't panic. You're not alone. Part of it is sort of just where we're at collectively with the energies. And part of it also, I feel, is that people are just kind of, Keone and I were talking about it, and he just said this phrase. So that's why it's in my head. But people are just over it. Well, what are we over? We're over this idea that everything has to be picture perfect. We're over the idea that we have to work for things in our lives. We're over the idea of having to I want to say sort of stretch ourselves. I think we're really in a kind of a space and a place right now where people are just wanting a whole lot of ease, and I'm right there with you. So what I'm feeling around that, tapping into our guides, is we have to create the ease for ourselves. It's not something that's going to be coming in, I want to say, like gangbusters. It's not something that's going to flow right now. We're still in the soup, and we're still in the soup that is, you know, um, boiling. Like it's boiling. It's not even a rolling boil. It's boiling. And that out of the frying pan into the fire kind of thing is the energy of where we're at. It's not about moving and shaking and jumping out of here in order to get into there. It's more about just recognizing that this is the energy that we're in. So find the ease, create the peace within yourself. I know, easier said than done at times, but I want to say do some visualization work. This has been coming up for me like crazy this week. Focusing on what I want and understanding that from a manifesting perspective, I can't keep re-manifesting the same visualization over and over and over again. I got to choose a different visualization every day, knowing that I've already visualized and created the initial thing. So then it's trusting that that's coming, and then being in that space of living it, having a it's like you're creating future memory. I'm creating a future memory of what it feels like to have this future vision in my life. Someone reached out, actually I think it might have been Sue, um, reached out just about like what the F is going on, and how are we supposed to sort of navigate all of this? And there's no good answer right now. There's no answer to and I tap into my guides all the time, and I'm like, okay, like when is this going to end? Like, can you give me something? Like, just throw me a freaking bone, right? And they just keep saying, we need to go through this. We need to go through this time. It's, I use the analogy of you can go up the steps and you can take the steps 3 stairs at a time. You get up to the top a lot faster. But what are you missing on those other steps that you didn't explore? And that's what it is. Right now, we are in a foundational building time. And if we don't, pour the right cement, if we don't take the time to make sure that the structure and the foundation is sturdy, whatever it is that we build out 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 years from now will not be sustainable. We will not be able to support it. So all of this chaos, all of this entropy that we are in, it is serving a greater purpose. And what do we need to do in order to, I want to say, really survive and thrive? We have to make the choice. We have to choose happy. We have to choose ease. We have to choose to stay in the vision that is our future and not remain stuck in the past. Or I want to say, in the present. And I don't mean don't be present, because what do we talk about all the time? Our guides are always telling us be present, stay in the moment, because if we're too much in the future, we're in our heads, we're not here, and we're missing the now. And if we're too much in the past, we're not here in the now. It's kind of the fine line. It's like, okay, I'm present with what's happening and what's occurring right now. I'm aware. And I also have my big toe in the future vision, because I need to be in that energy and that frequency in order to be able to draw it to me. Think of yourselves like magnets. I may have talked about this in the last oh yeah, thank you, Heather, for saying that, because so many people have been struggling. And I wish that I could, sort of wave my magic wand and make it all go away. um but that's not right either. Think of it in this way, if you have aw, hi Stormy, thank you, that's so sweet. um you want to think about it in this way. Oh, I just lost my train of thought now. It's gone. Hopefully it'll come back. But we're all just sort of in this sort of the muck and the mire of it all, and we're all wanting to be out of it. But if we skip those steps, we're not actually doing our job. We're not actually doing what we're here to do. And now I'm speaking in terms of light workers, star seeds, energy healers, whatever you identify with, if you identify with any of it, seekers, star seeds and empaths, and, people who just see that there's something different out there aside from what, our two eyes are looking at. Um, don't lose hope, because we are it's going to sound a little bit grandiose, but we are the hope for humanity. And I don't say that to be dramatic. I say that because sit with that. We are the hope of humanity. Why are we the hope of humanity? Because we are a bit unique. We see the world differently than the other 99% of the population. It's not a good thing or a bad thing, it just is. And if you're connecting with shows like this, and you're connected to the energy and you're feeling everything that's going on, there's a reason for it, because you are the hope for humanity. And that doesn't mean we have to, dive in whole hog. It doesn't mean we have to give up our dreams, goals, and desires. It doesn't even mean that we have to pretend Pollyanna and pretend like everything is sunshine and daisies, wine and roses, when it's not. But it does mean that we need to be very authentic with what we're experiencing, and we need to be authentic with our visions, and hanging in to that frequency and that flow of that vision, because the rest of humanity doesn't have that vision. They may have a hope, they may have an inkling of something, but they don't really have the connection to the vision. That's the purpose that we're serving. That's what we're here for, because we do see it. And yeah, sometimes the person that sees it, it bears the, I want to say, the weight, bears the burden of the experience. And our spiritual selves are probably laughing their asses off at me right now, because they're going, oh yeah, haha, burden. But if you saw it from our perspective, what a privilege, what an honor, what a treat to be a part of, to say I was there when, or I was at the beginning, or I was a founding member of, this new earth energy. So all of this to say, don't ignore and negate what you're feeling, but don't get too stuck in it either. So many people right now are stuck, or they're numb. I mean, numb can be a form of stuck as well, but a lot of the people in the world right now that you're experiencing, that you're interacting with, they're numb. And the reason why you're not numb is because you feel more, and you see more, and you can you have a larger capacity for it. Doesn't mean you can't go numb. I mean, we've all been there as well. But I want to say, because you have that awareness, you also now have different choices. All right, that's my soapbox for today. I'm going to pull a quick card. I thought I was going to have to, do a card reading, but I'm going to pull a quick card just because I'm in a card phase again. Not that I'm never in a card phase, but sometimes I'm like all into cards, and sometimes I'm like, the card is the last thing I want to pull right now. Like, I'm not interested in cards, 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 schmards. That's not today. All right, what did we pull? Oh, ha, 7 of Cups, choice, and dreams and illusions. So it's very fitting, given what I was just sort of talking about. We have the choice because we do have the ability to see beyond the illusion. We also see that there are a number of different options in front of us, and we get to choose. And yeah, big responsibility that in many ways we're kind of choosing for humanity. We're not choosing humanity's path. That path is already sort of, in the mix, but we are building the foundation so that when humanity becomes aware of its choices, it can hit the ground running. I think I like that. I think that's something that I can hang on to. I think that's something I can sink my teeth into when, when the tough get going, when I'm feeling sorry for myself, or when I'm feeling completely overwhelmed by everything and going, I don't know how I can fix any of this. I think hanging on to that will help a little bit. Hopefully it'll help a little bit with you guys too. So 7 of Cups, lean into this energy, understanding that it is a gift that you see the illusion. You understand the difference between the dream and the illusion, and that you have choices. There are a lot of humans out there, as we know, that live very unaware of their own choices and how their own choices affect them, unaware of their ability, their sovereignty to co-create their lives. So we're the lucky ones, if we want to look at it from that perspective. We're the lucky ones, and we, yes, we have the burden, but we also have the responsibility to pave the way and show them what they too can open themselves to.